Hey, Sean, I'm going with the red light. I know it looks bad on camera, but it makes me feel slightly warmer when it is freezing outside, so we're doing it. Welcome to an evening post. Thank you for clicking on this. There's a quote by Stephen Covey in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People that goes, "Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply." And when I heard this, I immediately got defensive because that's me. I listen with the intent to reply, and so often when I'm communicating with somebody, my goal is not to reply in a way that I'm trying to prove them wrong or myself right, but so often even I'm looking for something that I can latch onto so that I can prove to them that I'm hearing them and that I can relate to them. And when I listen in that way with that intent to reply, it puts me in a spot where I am not listening as deeply as I possibly could, and I'm already formulating my own response so that I can seem well-spoken and well-read and seem like I'm understanding and comprehending their discussion. And I read this like 4 weeks ago, just before I started the evening post here, and I wanted to talk about this the entire time, but I've been working on it ever since, and I've had a few meetings this past week, a couple board meetings and committee meetings for a school that I'm involved with. And as I do that, I found myself, there were some challenging topics that came up, and I'm the youngest person in these groups. And as I participate, I'm always sort of shy because I feel like I don't belong a little bit. I definitely have some imposter syndrome. And so when I contribute, I'm always very cautious to make sure that I'm doing it in a way that's going to make me sound thoughtful, which I mean, I am being thoughtful with what I'm going to say, but it's always in my head of like, I hope I sound like I know what I'm talking about to these people. And so often one thing I do to come off that way is to listen intently for something that someone says that I can then repeat or come off of so that people know I was listening because I referenced what so-and-so just said or what someone said a minute ago. And I think that when I do that, yes, it comes from a place of insecurity, but it also undermines my ability to truly commit to understanding and to let them finish a thought, because what I should say is, do I understand what they just said? Because if not, what I say should be an extension. It should be asking them for more information, should be for clarification before I try to reply in something with my own information or perspective. And so it's quarantine. I'm isolated for the most part. And so it's difficult to have a lot of conversations and stuff like that aren't these Zoom conversations. And so I'm still testing this. And that's why I didn't talk about this earlier. But I wanted to ask you, is this something that you catch yourself doing? Do you find yourself sort of watching your conversations in third person like I do from time to time? And if so, what's preventing you from truly surrendering to a conversation, to maybe having longer pauses before you respond, but knowing that your responses are going to be genuine and authentic, and they're going to come from a place of true curiosity instead of trying to come from a place of convincing someone of something? So again, just like yesterday, I don't have an answer. I don't have a conclusion. I don't have some takeaways for you, that some action items for you to go on or next steps, but just consider to yourself, when you engage with someone, or when you even watch a video of someone. When I'm watching a video, often I get a little jealous and I start to cut people down, and it's a horrible thing that I do, that I try to catch myself of, is there something that I'm doing to not listen to this person? Am I trying to discount their credibility before I even listen to what they have to say because I want to feel like I'm smarter than them before I begin? And it taints my perspective on what I'm able to understand, what I'm able to achieve in a conversation with someone. And so I'm doing my best to take a breath before I enter one of these meetings and say, what is my mindset? Am I going to truly try to understand this and come away, even if I don't, put anything into the meeting, am I coming away with an actual understanding first? And I'm getting better at it. Little by little, I'm getting better at it, but it is absolutely a process that is going to be ongoing for the rest of my life, and constantly sort of being aware and making corrections and trying to become a better collaborator and a better person, a better teammate. So that's all I got for you tonight. I hope you're having a good Sunday and a happy Valentine's Day. I'm recording this on Saturday so that I don't have to do anything on Valentine's Day and I can just hang out with Jesse. So happy Valentine's Day, Jesse. Everyone else, have a wonderful night. See you tomorrow.